There is a theory that suggests the first war in the First World was between humans and the Lunarians, and that the Lunarians ultimately won, ruling the Earth. The second war in the Second World was between the Lunarians and the Half-Lunarians, and it ended with the defeat of the Half-Lunarians, allowing the Lunarians to rule the Earth once again. The theory also states that the D family are the Half-Lunarians who originated from the intermarriage between Lunarians and humans. Just as we see the moon at the beginning of the month, with a bright side and a dark side, so too is the D family, with some on the side of good, like Roger and Luffy, and others on the side of evil, like Rox and Teach. As for Imu-sama and the rest of the celestial dragons, they are Lunarians, whose bloodlines have not been mixed with humans. Therefore, they consider themselves the superior race, residing in Mariejois atop the Red Line. They view themselves as gods and believe they are the rightful rulers of the earth, while considering the rest of humanity as their slaves. In the first war, which was between humans and the Lunarians, humans were defeated due to their weakness, as the Lunarians possessed superior knowledge, development, and technological advancements. Despite the appearance of Nika, who symbolized freedom, he failed in this war. In the second war, which was between the Lunarians and the Half-Lunarians, who were born among humans and whose bloodlines were mixed, they were led by the successor of Nika, the Joy Boy. However, despite this, Joy Boy also failed and was defeated in the war. The question remains, how did both Nika and Joy Boy fail in their wars against Imu-sama? The reason behind the defeat of Nika and Joy Boy in the ancient wars is attributed to the legendary weapon known as the One Piece, which was created by the people of the moon and brought with them when they descended to Earth. This weapon, which is considered the cornerstone of all the ancient conflicts and wars, was not just a tool of war, but the decisive instrument that determines who will rule the world. This was confirmed by Vegapunk in his message to the world in Egghead, where he stated that whoever possesses the One Piece will rule the world. This statement challenges many of the prevailing beliefs about the weapon. Some believe that the One Piece is a weapon that only Nika or Joy Boy can use, but this is a completely false belief. The truth is that the One Piece is not merely a weapon that specific characters can use, but the true key to world domination. Whoever possesses this legendary weapon holds the power to impose control over the entire Earth and its various races, a fact clearly revealed by Vegapunk in his words. Thus, the One Piece is more than just a weapon. It is a symbol of absolute power and domination. In ancient times, the One Piece was linked only to the moon and the Lunarian family who brought it with them to Earth. This weapon has been the object of desire throughout the ages, and it was a major cause of the ancient wars between the Lunarians, humans, and Half-Lunarians. All major wars revolved around the control of this weapon because whoever possesses it can rule the world as they wish. This phenomenon is similar to what happens in our real world today, where the major powers that possess nuclear weapons impose their control over other nations, keeping them in a state of submission and enslavement. To fully understand the story, it is important to learn about the Second World, which was directly connected to Joy Boy. The reason for his defeat in the ancient war was the One Piece, a legendary weapon that symbolizes the world is in your hands. During that era, this weapon was in the possession of Imu-sama, and through it, his authority was absolute, making him undefeatable. When we say that the reason Luffy will win in the upcoming war is because of Nefertari D. Lily, it may seem strange or unbelievable to you, but let me explain the reason in detail. When Joy Boy appeared in Wano, the kingdom of Arabasta was under the control of the world government, just as it is now. The queen who ruled Arabasta belonged to the D family, but she hid this part of her history. The ruling family of Arabasta had a special legacy in their bloodline, just as the royal family of Fishman Island carried the legacy of Poseidon, the queen of the mermaids who controls the Sea Kings. Arabasta also had a specific weapon legacy passed down through the royal family until it reached Queen Nefertari D. Lily. Queen Lily, like Robin, was able to read the poneglyphs. When she discovered the ancient history, she learned that she descended from the D family, and that she was on the wrong side of this conflict, specifically on Imu-sama's side. However, she kept this discovery hidden from everyone. At the same time, Joy Boy appeared from Wano, playing a role similar to what is happening with Luffy now. He was a pirate, sailing between islands until he reached Elbaf. There, during his battles with the giants, he awakened his devil fruit and discovered that he possessed the legendary Nika fruit, which belongs to the giants. Thanks to this fruit, he formed an alliance with them and began declaring war on the world government. However, Imusama was aware of Joy Boy's intentions. He gathered all the kings who were under his control, including Queen Lily, whom he personally loved. Yet he did not realize that she belonged to the D family. A meeting similar to the Reverie took place where all the kings gathered to decide the fate of the war against Joy Boy. When the war broke out, Imusama used the One Piece weapon against Joy Boy, and he was defeated. But at that moment, Nefertari D. Lily did something unexpected, which angered Imusama. This action she took was linked to a special legacy she carried, a very powerful weapon similar to Poseidon's legacy, but with a different ability. Queen Lily's legacy was a weapon capable of altering the very fabric of the world. This weapon was the one that created the Red Line and divided the world into two halves. It was also responsible for spreading the poneglyphs across the world. Furthermore, Lily was the one who hid the One Piece on Raftel, as part of a plan to prepare the world for the coming Joy Boy, who is, of course, Luffy, to complete the task of defeating Imusama. Because of this legacy carried by the Kingdom of Arabasta, Imusama attempted to kidnap Vivi, who is the heir to Queen Nefertari D. Lily's weapon, and possesses the same ability that Queen Lily had. Therefore, Imusama sees Vivi as a direct threat to him in the future, which is why he kidnapped her to ensure that the plans Queen Lily started would not be completed. Imusama, who has ruled the world for 800 years, understands the danger of this matter, which is why he is striving hard to prevent this meeting at any cost. For this reason, Vivi was kidnapped after the death of her father, King Cobra. The purpose may have been to control her or even to eliminate her completely so she would not become a future threat. What makes this situation even more dangerous for Imusama is that Luffy had not been in a position to fully comprehend Vivi's true importance, but he is now starting to understand his role in this grand war. Once the two meet, they will be able to uncover the full truth about the lost century, and doors to power will open before them, which will turn the world upside down. Luffy and Vivi's meeting will serve as a signal for the complete collapse of Imusama's system, which is why the world government will do everything in its power to prevent it from happening. In the end, it becomes clear that the coming war is not merely a battle between heroes and villains, but a struggle to restore the lost truth and bring balance to a world that the world government has sought to control for centuries. Vivi, the heir to Queen Lily's legacy, will be the key to unlocking the mysteries of the One Piece and bringing an end to Imusama's reign. As Luffy begins to realize the true importance of Vivi's role, the time grows near when the course of history will be forever changed. Their meeting will mark the beginning of the end for an oppressive system that has lasted for generations, opening the doors to a new future where justice and equality for all races can be realized. The world will no longer be under the control of those who have long used power to subjugate the people, but will instead move toward a future where freedom and truth reign.